The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the June 13th wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And of course, the easiest way to do that, it's to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the good in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we got you covered. You can always send me an email. Let those fingers do the walking. Steve at TFNN.com, just simply inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, and in the Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on a wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Last Show. Right now, they're off 21 points, 25,299 is the print. S&P is flat. NASDAQ 100 up 31. Russell's off 6. Semis are up 7. Trannies are down 63. Spot volatility index pretty flat. Gold's up 2. Silver up 11 pennies. Light sweet crude up about 40 cents out there. Leading the charge to the upside, it is the Goldman Sachs ETF Just JUST. I believe today is the first day. It's up 3,933%. Off to a good start. You got Madrigal Pharmaceuticals up $15, Netflix up 16, Amazon up 10, Align Technologies up 8. Lending Tree had another tough day out here. Was down, I think, was a leader to the downside yesterday. Dollar-wise off $20, 7%. Beijing, I think that's how we're calling it, down 5% or 11. BlackRock off 9. Booking Holdings down 9. So we do have stocks to look at. I want to look at what you want to look at. The first question that came in from the Tiger's Den was if we could go take a look at the mid caps out here. Ticker symbol IJR. So we take a look at our 3 time frame charts out here. 3 time frame giving us daily, weekly, and monthly TAS market profiles. What we can see is that price is trading back down below the top of its profile, 85.65. That's a box that formed about 3 days ago. The structure of this box is bearish in nature. If price closes below 85.65 today, price will go check out 84.77, the point of control. It's the area where both buyers and sellers are hanging out. And if sellers have, and this box is a bearish structured box, sellers should be able to push price all the way down to 83.01. That is its message. You do have a bearish engulfing candle. On a daily basis, it certainly is the completion of an A to B equals CD point. I don't know what the end of the day's candle looks like. But if this was the end of the day, you would have a sell the D point, the 1.618 expansion. Didn't make it exactly up there. We use these as guidelines. But it would be telling you a retracement or pullback to $83 would be the target. You can also see on the right-hand side panel, we can see that this has made a longer-term 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Let me just go ahead and expand that chart. And as we expand this chart out here, what you're going to see is the exact 1-to-1 level was 86.15. The high so far is 85.96. Pretty good. Now, somebody might say, that's it, it's done, adios. I would say, not so fast. This move along the C to D leg is not done. Maybe a time for a rest, but done? No way. This wants to make its way up to 99.05. This would say a pullback on a monthly basis. You'd be looking at the 79.29 area. So now you're 79 to 83. And if you take a look at the top of the weekly box, you're at 78 buckaroonies. Let's not stop there. Let's go take a look at Stevie's other time frame charts. And what we're going to notice is that this also happens to be in wave number 7. Now, that wave count out here, we know that the markets like to sing in the key of G. That's coming off of the low from April the 3rd out there. So you've got an A to B equals CD. That has completed. We just took a look at that on a daily basis. Got a bearish engulfing candle. You give a bearish structured box out here. The signal as we speak, right, you're in wave number 7. Thus far, it's confirmed. I think 8301 becomes a target. Just a retracement out there in a normal bull market. So is Mr. Z. That's the call at 1:11 in the afternoon. We'll know by 4 whether the candle setup and everything remains as is. If it doesn't, then the call will have to be different. And he closed above 85.65, and this will want to make a run for the 86.39 level. Let's go out to Palm Harbor and speak with Jim. Jim, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Steve?
I am doing very well. Is the ticker symbol, just want to make sure that we typed it in right. Is it XRF? Is that what you're looking at?
No, it was RF for Regions Financial, and I said the XLF, the ETF for financial.
All right. Well, they did a pretty good job. They just combined them, and so
Yeah.
let's start off with Regions Financial, and why don't you tell me, what you're doing with this and how I can help you?
I was looking for a midterm type trade with a rising interest rate environment, and the fact that inflation seems to be ticking up. I feel like with the rising interest rates, either financials and I like this bank as far as where it's at right now.
Okay. So, as we take a look at Regions Financial right now, we can see in essence since about March 22nd, Jim, this has been trading in a kind of a consolidation pattern, a rectangle pattern out here. And, so it looks like this as we speak. Its price oscillator, as at the very bottom panel of my screen, is right at 0. It's been at 0 in essence for a while out here, and we don't have a clear bake or break one way or the other. So it's really kind of neutral right here, and I know you're looking for an entry point. So I would immediately say, unless this busts out to the upside, I would be looking for an entry point around the 1816 type area. That's the bottom of its daily box. I don't know if we're going to get down there, but it's struggling to make its way above this consolidation. And so the best entry point into this would have to be in that 18-ish area out there. That's what I see when I look at the daily time frame. When I look at a weekly time frame, I'm going to do that while we go to a breakout here, see if I can glean any more information from you. And then let me ask you this question. Will the XLF chart influence your decision in getting into Regions Financial?
Okay.
Oh, that was a question, but we got to go to break right now. So we'll take a look at the XLF anyways. We'll take a look at Regions Financial on a weekly basis, and we'll go from there. Be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at Regions Financial with Jim in the Palm Harbor area. And as I look at the weekly chart, Jim, we can see that it's also giving us a consolidation viewpoint. That consolidation, the top being Stevie's red line. That's a price point of 1958. And the bottom really being the weekly hammer candle from April 20th. And that price is right around the 17 and change area out there. So no reason for you to try to front run this. It's actually 1780 in front of the Fed announcement. And I would be a buyer of this, assuming that it doesn't fall apart or huge volume coming out of it, in that 1780, 18 type area out there. And that's what I see as I look at Regions Financial on a daily and a weekly time frame. Any questions there, additional questions I can answer for you on Regions Financial?
No, I think that's good. You answered it. And I was also looking at XLF, and I was thinking that it's also consolidating, and it's sort of in the middle of a Bollinger Band. I run a Bollinger Band and a Keltner Band inside the Bollinger Band. It's sort of at the top of the Keltner Band, but it's in the middle of the Bollinger Band. And I was just thinking that down the road, those are the really big banks. Maybe they would also take advantage of the fact that it's a rising rate, interest rate environment.
So
with
it's really... Yeah, it's the weekly chart really doing the same here, and both the top of its weekly profile, 2851, and Stevie's red line are doing a good job of keeping the lid on price. And I would say that the bottom of the profile, 2658, as well as the candle session, the low of May 4th out there at 2646. Is the range that it's in. So if you're looking to buy this, I'd buy it at the bottom of the range, assuming that volume is kind of light as it pulls back there. If it busts out to the upside, then you'd have a breakout move above the 2851 level, which should take it back up into the March 16th area, and the 29, maybe even all the way back up to its highs from February 2nd. That's what I see in looking at the weekly chart. Since you're not in a position, I would just stay out and see how the XLF and Regions Financial operates during the day out there. All right, my friend?
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for calling. That was Jim in Palm Harbor. I don't see any other requests out here by email. Steve at TFNN.com if you'd like me to take a look at your equity, your commodity, your currency, whatever it might be out there. Happy to do so. So we've got the Fed meeting announcement, I should say, should be in what, 39 minutes. 39 minutes and 27 seconds or something like that, right? And the question is always, do we have any early signals out here? Because it's always good to look for early signals. So what is it that Stevie is looking at for early signals out here? Are there any tells? Well, first, if we go ask Bob, and Bob is my co-host, by the way. Bob stands for bullish or bearish. It's a new tool that I have created for subscribers because I have so many different subscribers that do different things. I look for the information in order to trade the market, intraday, put on trades, and what I want to be able to do is, one, give an extraordinary outlook with regard to what the markets are doing in general, what they've done since last night, provide traders with multiple time frames to be able to add to their positions, whether it's short or long, be able to manage their long-term, and a lot of the technical tools and stuff I've got almost seem like gobbledygook, so to speak. So I just thought I would go ahead and create a system that encompassed those tools that led to being the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in the nation, and put all that into a system, which when I went to try to come up with a name for it, I said, well, geez, this is just telling us whether it's bullish or bearish, and therefore Bob. And in this case here, I'm taking a look at 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hour, and a daily outlook. That's on the left-hand side out there. And you'll see there are different strengths of bullishness or bearishness. And I use the word bullish or bearish as a directional type indicator out there, not like it's a bear, it's a grizzly bear, or not like it's a bull and it's, we have price targets as a result of longer term chart time frames that are out there. This identifies for subscribers, for me, for you, areas of support, areas of resistance, should they exist. There may not be any resistance because price could be above Stevie's red line. It could be above a TAS market profile, and therefore it's free to run and do some type of price projection. But as we take a look at the equity futures contracts, the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 5 hour, you're going to see signals out here on the shorter term time frames that say top confirmed. Even on a daily basis, we're looking at a signal on the NQ that says it's got a top signal out there. And so if the market is trying to tell us something ahead of time, what we're not seeing is bottoming signals out here. But of course, the market really hasn't pulled back in order for that to occur. So what is it that is the topping signal inside the daily time frame for the NQ? I thought I had that chart loaded. Now I'm loading it to make sure I can show you, share with you, and so forth. And that is this. So now we've got it. We'll pull it over here. We can see that it's got one of Stevie's favorite bottoming and topping signals out here. It is present. That's why this says top signal versus confirmed out here. And if we take a look at now it does say confirmed. And no, that's on the, it does say, why does it say confirmed? I got to go check that out. In any event, it's a topping signal out here inside of the NQ, just simply moving higher, doing less relative energy. If the shorter-term tops, the shorter-term signals are communicating something to you and I, what will we see come sometime after 2 o'clock? We will see a close below Stevie's red line. Absolutely. That would be, and that's support at this stage of the game. 72.0562 is a number. It can spike down and tag it. The question is the close. The key is the close. You can take a look at Stevie's red line, in essence, since May 1st out here. You can see how it is on a candle, close, and open basis, been support. So if there's going to be a change in trend out there, you're going to see a close below that. We haven't seen that for over 6 weeks now, in essence, worth of trading sessions. And if that occurs, then what we're looking at is we'd be looking at a move back to the 70.18, 69.49 type level inside of the NQ out there. So those are the signals. Those are some of the signals that I'm watching and monitoring. Would I take any action on it? No. Would it surprise me based on these signals if the market pulled back? No, because I mean we just looked at at least the longer term, the daily time frame charts out here. So what else is it that you and I can look at in order to try to figure out this market? See if there's any tells inside the system out here. Well, when we get back from this break, why don't we go do just that? And we'll give you the upside target and the downside target to the best that we can out there. And let's start by taking a look at the advanced decline line inside the New York Stock Exchange. A new all-time high yesterday. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 23, S&P still flat, NASDAQ up 31 points out here. So as I was saying, as we went to breakout here, yesterday, the bottom line on this chart, the bottom panel, maybe that's the easier way to say it, is the advanced decline line for the New York Stock Exchange. And it made a new all-time high yesterday, pulling back a bit today. No big deal out here. No divergence. And in essence, that's what you look for with regard to some type of market tops. You like to see price moving higher, but the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line making lower highs out there. We don't have that. New all-time high yesterday. What that means 99% of the time is that there's no threat of any type of major market move to the downside. It has happened once. Bull markets don't end with the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line at a new all-time high out there. So that's one thing to take a look at. But there's other things. We can continue to look under the covers, and that, in essence, is what this chart does here for the New York Stock Exchange. And the panel number 2, the top is the price of the New York NYSE. The next panel is the advanced decline oscillator reading for volume inside the NYSE. And the bottom panel is the advanced decline oscillator reading for the advanced decline information, which is still above zero. Below zero, it's at 1438, would say that the sellers would be the ones in control. What you want to watch for with regard to price reaction and so forth, and I will just simply take you back to the time frame of January 29th out there. And if you look at, let me just pull this down to the bottom. So let's start from the high, and the high being the January 26th level. And if you look at my data box in the very right-hand side in the price area, it says MACD. The MACD is the tool being used to generate the oscillator because it's the difference between two, in this case, exponential moving parts, averages, 19 and 39 day. You'll see that the volume oscillator there was still above zero. Don't pay attention to the mere fact that it's, 5 billion or whatever it is. It's because I've got a lot of data that it is summarizing and dealing. So in any event, it's positive. That's the key. Advanced decline line had moved just below zero, minus 1312. Okay, go to the next day. The very next day, we now have both below zero. It was just starting to move below zero, both of them. When both of these are below zero is when you can see the biggest crushing moves to the downside out there. And you can just, so you want to pay attention to both out there. And at this stage, they're both above zero, but this is what I would be paying attention to coming into today's close, tomorrow, and so forth, because they have turned down just slightly. That's inside the New York Stock Exchange. If I take a look at the summation index, the advanced decline oscillator readings for the other two instruments that you and I can track, the NASDAQ composite and the Dow, they're still above zero. So all is looking well there. And in the S&P 500, the spot volatility index is trading out as we speak right now at 1227. 1469 is 50-day exponential moving average. Price really needs to get above that, stay above that, in order for there to be a lot of price erosion out here. So that, in essence, is what I take a look at. Now, is there any other clue to the what the tell is in the market? Retracement coming our way, something like that. And that would be this. We still have, and it is just a slight nuance, but it is a nuance that you know about because you heard it here. Because we began talking about, this is Wednesday, we began talking about it on Monday. And if you take a look at that 50-day exponential moving average line, totally your buddy, your best friend when it comes to that spot volatility index and how to figure out how to trade that and how to use it so that it has more meaning than fear index. Are you kidding me? In any event, the closing reading on June 6th was 1523. Very next day, 15. No, that's hold on. The closing price, I want to get this right, was 1164. I was looking at the moving average. 1164 on June 6th. The next day, 1213. The next day, 1218. The next day, 1235. The next day, 1235. We are still above that. So we have like a rising bottom signal with price moving higher. That is a bit of a tell out here. Yeah. So this is all that I've been able to identify for you at this stage. The NQ says, okay, maybe, but you've got to take a look at a close below Stevie's red line out here. So let's see how it plays out. I think if you are not positioned one way or the other at this stage, That's the way that you should remain out here. We have some questions inside the Tiger's Den, and one was if we could take a look at a couple of different equities, some mining equities out here. And so we absolutely can go do that. And in order to do that, we're going to switch back and take a look at our three time frames. Nova Gold is one of them. NG is the ticker symbol. So let's go take a look at Nova Gold, see what we can figure out here. Peak, are you long, you're short, you're looking to get in? Tell me what it is you're doing out there. And as we take a look at Nova Gold, you'll see that it's trading above a brand new daily profile. That top of that box is 465. So if it closes that way today, this would say, okay, I'm going to go back to the 497 type level. And the move back inside of Nova Gold was nothing more so far than a test of the top of its monthly profile. So far, so good. As we take a look at Stevie's other chart out here with regard to Nova Gold, you're going to see that price oscillator just a few days ago got down to zero. That was on June the 9th. Now, when that happens, the phenomena is that price and Stevie's red line are going to go catch up with each other. They're going to go have a drink, maybe go out for a little sushi, maybe just have a Danish. But what they are going to do is they're going to catch up to each other. And that's what they've done today, Pete. Now, it is a daily time frame chart, which really means we need the end of the day information to truly call it. But here's the deal. So far, at 1:37 in the afternoon, the test is a bullish outcome. And what I mean by that is prices traded above Stevie's red line. And if it closes above the top of that daily box, then what that tells you and I is that the bottom should be in for NG, that is Nova Gold out there. With regard to moves to the upside, to the downside, nothing else that I see out here. But yeah, it actually looks kind of bullish to me, Nova Gold. Let's see, what were you thinking? What were you looking? Did you put down anything? You didn't. Long Nova Gold. Well, then there you go. Long from a long time ago, or then you were just wondering, is the retracement over? In any event, you've got the parameters to take a look at inside of Nova Gold. Let's go take a look at Yamana Gold. AUY is the ticker symbol, and see what else we can find out here. Let's go ahead and put it on our three time frames. AUY again is the ticker symbol, and this is not as strong. Are you in this as well? I'd rather have my money in Nova Gold than Yamana Gold right now. This has got resistance at the bottom of the weekly profile. It's below the monthly profile out here. Today you got a little bit of a shooting star up at resistance of prior swing points. I like NG better than AUY, if we're going to go out on a date. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So Tamar writes in and asks, do you think that GM, General Motors, has potential for a short for a few days, or just wait for a consolidation and go along for 2 to 3 weeks? So let's see if we can go figure out what GM is doing and assist Tamar here. Now, as we take a look at this daily time frame chart for GM, huge, giganto sign of strength out here. I mean giganto. This is on May 31st. You see that huge gap to the upside. Let me get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern out here. And so, you know, maybe at some point in time, price pulls back to the breakout area, which is the bottom of the gap. In essence, that's really what it means. You know, gaps get filled. It just means price can come back to the breakout area. But it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to anytime soon as we speak. So just a, you know, huge move, kind of like huge groove out there. So the question is, what Tamar would like to do is go short this equity, which has a huge move. Now, what I would have to say, and just take a look at this, just normal technical analysis, Tamar, is that your downside on this should find support at least at the high of May 31st. Doesn't mean it will, but you had 59 million shares there, and so your reward to risk, which says your reward would be to 42.77, and you're at 44.38 right now, doesn't make sense to me. Even if this were to be a potential short play, I'd find something else, something that doesn't have a huge sign of strength behind it, such as General Motors. That doesn't mean that General Motors won't pull back. It's just the reward risk numbers aren't really lining up and making sense to me. Now, I think you're absolutely right that this may be ready to pull back. Yesterday happened to be a Tom DeMark setup 9 count out there, and prices trading kind of right at the top of its daily profile out here. And this says pulling back just to Stevie's red line at 43.30 and change. Right now it's 43.39, maybe all she has to the downside. If we look at a weekly time frame chart, let's just change this one to weekly out here, because you're asking about, hey, should you wait for this to consolidate and then take it to the long side? There was a TD9 setup on the weekly that formed the bottom. That's why if we take a look at those 9 counts, they're really good. In the case of GM, they're really, really good, right? Because if you look at the high out here, weekly basis on October 27th, that was a Tom DeMark 9 setup. If you take a look at the low that formed out here on March 30th, a weekly chart again, I was with a hammer candle. That was also a Tom DeMark 9 count out here. Now, in the weekly time frame chart, we're not there. And the weekly time frame chart here does not show me any kind of weakness whatsoever. In fact, last week was a break above resistance. That's that green dashed line. That was the beginning of that TD setup 9 count. When you break above that level, you've broken through a hidden area of resistance, not hidden for you and I, because you and I are aware of this. So I don't know that this is going to consolidate. May on the daily, because that 9 count, may just simply go up and test those highs. You're already into the high swing point. So let's just go take a look at volume just for the blanks and giggles out there. See what kind of volume metrics we have as of Wednesday afternoon at 1:46. And that high from October 23rd at 78 million, you're at 28 million. If we just double it, you're going to be at what, 56, 60 million shares. And as long as it closes above 44.10, volume or not, you can absolutely go test that level out. So I think you just have to stay put. I don't see where this is in a consolidation that you can go ahead and buy. It's already up towards the top. And I don't see where GM is a short as we speak right now. So that's what my eyes are telling me, and I hope that helps you out. That was tomorrow, but I don't know from where, and that's okay. I didn't ask you to say from where. Nick here, Nick A wants to look at if we could go over the IWM for probabilities, what the probabilities are in IWM. So let's go do that. Let's take a look at the IWM. Let's just simply come back to this chart out here and see on a weekly basis, see what we can see. And we can see that the IWM is moving higher, doing less relative energy out there, Nick. Does that mean anything? It just means that you have to be, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Just means that you have to have a watchful eye on it. Doesn't indicate that it's a top. What would make it a top? It'd be a close below 162.83, because 162.83 would in fact be support. That's Stevie's weekly red line. We take a look at the monthly chart. I'm sure we're going to see price moving higher, doing less. Oh, we're not going to see that. Not just yet. We are not going to see that. This looks mighty bullish. If we do our wave count, you see if we're anywhere near wave number 7. We're not. We're in wave number 6 as we speak. So the monthly chart looks good. The weekly chart looks good. The daily time frame, let's go take a look at it. And here you can see prices moving higher, doing less relative energy. And so far, the test has been Stevie's red line. I mean, truly right to the T, so to speak. Actually, let me give you what that red line number is. I can't even see it unless I do this. And the red line number out here, you're asking for probabilities, Nick. That number is 166.90 as we speak. So if you see the IWM close below 166.90, Stevie's red line, your probabilities are that price will pull back to 164.30. 164.30 is the center of its daily profile. 164.79 is the top, so that would be the range. And anything below 164.30, you'd be looking at 162.83. If the IWM, the Russell 2000, really acts badly, then it would pull back to about the 160-153. There would be nothing wrong. It would just simply be a retracement in a bull move as I take a look at the IWM. So as to the probabilities of that happening or not, no idea. Right now, what you can say is price is just simply tested support. There still are way more buyers than there are sellers inside of this equity out here. If we were to look at the IWM priced in euros, yen, pounds out there, that thing continues to make new all-time highs. So that is a beautiful thing out here. Longer term with regard to the IWM, Stevie's price target, if I can find it out here, I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. Where is it? Where is indexes long term? I think this is it. Long term, and I know you didn't ask me for that, Nick, but long term, Stevie's got a new price target, and that is 28.72, and we're only at 16.77 as we speak right now. So we're set up pretty well in the markets. It may be just simply a wonderful summertime. Either way, whether it's in the summertime or it's in the fall or it's in the wintertime, We've got the price target of 5064, 5064 in the S&P 500. Eventually, 3086, I believe, is the next move. 30,740 is the target in the Dow. And, of course, 8,800 inside the NDX 100 out there. It's looking very good long term. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So we'll go ahead and maybe finish off the day with gold here. There was a request to go take a look at a couple of requests. And so with regard to gold, what I'm showing you right now is just simply the line chart, the closing price of gold. Sometimes it's nice to just get rid of the actual noise out there. You know, can the line chart tell us anything? And if you're perplexed about gold, I can tell you gold is perplexed about itself as well. If we take a look at just simply coming off of the closing low from May 23rd, you can see a nice little rising trend line. It touches the closing point of May 23rd. It touches the closing point of June 4th, and then the one from yesterday, June the 12th. But at the same time, and you would have to say, hey, that is perhaps short-term bullish out here. But we can also see a declining tops line out here. And it's pretty much lining up with regard to where we're at as we speak right now. The cone of silence out here. It does say that on a closing basis, that we've gotten down to an area, tight trading range from a closing standpoint, and we're going to see a break out here. Is it going to be to the upside or to the downside? There's lots of theories out there about this pattern and which way it should break. I've got none. I say the theory is let's wait to find out. Let's wait to see if gold on a closing basis is able to bust out of here. You know, are the equities telling us something that the gold contract is not, such as GDX out there? In the case of GDX, you know, this has a nice little rising bottom as well. Here you can see this, so there's not really anything wrong with the GDX, so to speak. But it's really got the same get smart cone of silence type of pattern out here. So I don't see anything that tells you or I right now what gold wants to do, what the mining equities want to do. But guess what? David White is going to tell you, because in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, we're going to know what the Fed's going to do, and we're going to find out whether it really matters or not. So, folks, thanks so much for being here. I'll be back with you tomorrow on Terrific Thursday. Have a great day. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.